Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about the next assignment, which is front view ideation. And this assignment will be front view of your studio project. Okay, so if I'm correct, that should be make your mark. We're going to talk about basic concept of a front view sketch, and I'm going to show you with in content that's not going to be the same. But let's just start with the front view ideation. We're going to use something simple. So front view is either flat face, flat side view of your object, okay? And so I'm going to start by drawing just a real basic thing. We've got a square. And this may not be something you're familiar with, but okay. And so right now you can see that this is just basically a not perfectly straight DVD player. Okay, so I have it as a DVD player, and so okay, this is a square. Okay, it says DVD, and I've got parts and pieces of it, so I could say, okay, well these are buttons, and this is a knob, and this might be lights, or that might be different modes or what have you. But how is it that I make this in front view able to show where the light source is? Okay, and I'm not going to be shading with hatching. I'm just going to be shading with valued lines. First things first, anytime we draw anything, whether it be the project that you're working on, anything that we're going to draw, we're going to have feet on it. You can see on my mouse, I've got feet. You can see on my keyboard, I have feet, okay? And the concept is, why do we have feet? Well, feet do a couple things. They protect whatever surface that your product is going to be interacting with from, they protect your product from the surface and the surface from your product, as well as they visually elevate your form. And so I'm going to put some feet on this. Okay. And so when I do feet, if you look at like your microwave is not sitting flat on the ground. Your microwave is sitting raised up just a little bit. It does that, protects the material, but it also makes it visually lighter. And if something is visually lighter, it makes us more interested interacting with it. So I have this right here, and I don't know exactly where my sun is coming from. Typically, we've had the sun coming from this side, okay? And so, okay, we can do that. How do I do this? How do I make this kind of work? So I would start by doing anything that is not going to be seeing or interacting with the light. So anything on top, okay? And then I'm gonna do, this is the side, so I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna darken up this side. Okay, so I've got this side and I've got this base, but I've still got these feet here, and this is gonna be interacting with the ground. So back, and I darken up the line. And then if my light is coming from a single source, this right there will be dark. Okay. And then I'm going to come back through and I'm going to start to show if things are coming out or staying in. So for example, right here, since the light source is coming this way, I'm going to make this darker. And then I'm going to do the same for, and then that's sticking, that is a door there, but these buttons are going to be sticking out. So I'm going to have these come, and really there's no right or wrong answer as long as there is some consistency. So I'm starting to pull these things out. Okay. Also, this is going to be a knob that I'm going to interact with. I'm going to make this darker. And then these, and so basically what I've done is I've just used light values and I've used line values to show where that light source is coming from. Let's do this in something different. Let's say, okay, so I've got that. Okay, and so I've got, this is a hammer. Okay, so I've just, kind of added a little bit of flair to it. Okay, so I've got my baseline. Anytime I'm working with a side view sketch, the baseline, I have to draw this baseline because that has some relationship to the ground. I might be doing a backpack, and then backpacks are up high, so I'll have, and it's not back and forth, but it's just a straight line. Okay, but this one, since it's touching the ground or it's laying down, I'll have it actually touching the, I'll have it actually on that line. So we can say that, if the light's coming the same way, I will have it do the same thing and basically what this is doing is this is just saying I've got things that are over and things that are under. Things that are sticking out and things that are not. And then if I wanted, so this, I had this sticking out, or this is an inset, and so that's darker, but this I'll say is out, and so this will get darker on the outside. And then this, I'm saying this is a hole. And then I'll have that darker spot on the backside. And so then I'll just come back through and where my piece is interacting with the ground, I will darken that up. So that's going to be front view ideation. And so truthfully, when we're doing front view ideation, we just want to use line values. We're not going to be hatching That's not something we're doing this time. We're just using these lines to be able to help us talk about what's forward and what's sideways. So if I saw this in side view, then I would say that this is sticking out like that, and then all these are inset. And then I'd have the little buttons right like that. So if you can see, this is kind of how I can very quickly and very easily use line value to start to develop a sketch in three-dimensional form. Whoopsies. It's coming like that, so then that would also be darker. But I'm also blending it out, so or feathering it out so it's not like that. And then it would be okay. Adam Feld front view 1 through 2. Okay.